Hey guys, what's up? It's Shaz. Tuesday, March 11th. Breaking news: New York State is going to have a containment area, a 1 mile radius around an area called New Rochelle in Westchester County. Uh, Containment area, fancy word for quarantining. It's happening. Should have happened sooner. I was not a supporter of Governor Cuomo in the past, but I'm really happy to see that he's actually taking drastic measures to try to limit the spread of COVID 19 in our state. I think our government has completely failed us. Donald Trump is way more concerned about the economy than he is about people. I was actually somebody who supported him. I think what he's doing is nothing short of disgusting, and it is transparent as hell. I don't think I've ever been so mad at a president in my lifetime. I never thought I would see a time where the government was this blatant about not caring about its people. If we cared about people, we would be doing containment areas everywhere. Shut schools down across the country. What do we have to lose? Our elderly are at risk. People with underlying health conditions are at risk. Anybody who thinks this is the flu is not paying attention, and I'm getting so sick of hearing that. This isn't the flu. The country of Italy is pretty much closed down. It's under quarantine. They've closed down their borders. You don't do that for the flu. Greece just announced it's closing schools for 2 weeks. Japan had closed schools for a month. Ohio State closed down its classes. They may still be doing online classes, though. Harvard asked its students to move out of their dorm rooms by March 15th. It's about time we get real with this. If you are not prepared, now is the time to do it. Anybody watching this is probably prepared because most of you have been following this for a long time, right along with me. It's serious. Getting kind of tired of telling people it's serious. It's happening all around us. I don't know what people are waiting for. Like, what is the magic word to get people to understand that this is real? What do people have to see? Go back to October. Go back to September and imagine hearing, let's say there was nothing else going on in the world with a virus. Imagine hearing that there was something that happened in Westchester County where they had to quarantine a 1 mile radius and send in the National Guard to make sure people don't get out, because that's really what they're doing. They are there for humanitarian reasons to help deliver food and disinfect. I have no doubt about that. But they're there to make sure people don't get out and people don't go in unless they're authorized to. So go back to September or October, a fictional time, when if that was on the news, people would be like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? We got to make sure whatever's going on in there doesn't get out. It's everywhere. It's literally everywhere. It is in, at last count, I think 36 states. God knows how many countries. We have countries being shut down, and we have a president that just wants to refer to beautiful tests. I'm sick of it. I am so sick of it. Sorry for the phone ringing. Stand by. I have people that I care about. I have friends. I have a father who has underlying health issues and is elderly. There's a lot of people that I think are going to be affected by this. And I don't mean individuals that are going to necessarily get the virus or die from it, which is going to happen. But I think everybody is going to be affected in some way. It will not surprise me if everybody knows somebody who has passed away from this virus. This is major. This is major. And I don't get why people don't see that. I don't know how anybody can spin this as a Democratic hoax or an election year fraud. I don't understand it. It's real. Numbers. China, January 23rd, if we're to believe their numbers, and I think if anything, China was probably being very conservative as to not freak the world out. January 23rd, they had 25 deaths in their country. They took draconian measures to try to curb the spread of this infection. January 23rd, 25 deaths. We're at 28. Start the clock. February 10th, So 18 days later, they were at 1,016 deaths. And if you weren't paying attention, you should see some of the stuff they were doing. They were welding doors shut so people couldn't get out. They were putting mounds of dirt in front of bridges so cars couldn't come through. They were dragging people into quarantine camps. They were doing some like legitimate, I don't want to call it bad stuff. They were doing things that we will never do here. I'm surprised Cuomo, and a round of applause for him, I'm surprised Cuomo did what he did. At least he's being a leader about this. At least he's staying on top of this. This is not a Democrat-Republican thing. This is a humanity thing. We are all in this together. So keep an eye on the numbers. 18 days, the death toll went up almost 1,000, and that was with draconian measures to try to keep people from getting out of Hubei or getting in. We're not going to do that here, so buckle up. I'm not a fearmonger, but I am telling you, this is real. People are not taking it serious enough. If you don't have 2 weeks of food in your house, you are nuts. You are straight up nuts. Should probably have more than that. Think of those people in New Rochelle that are in their houses for the next 2 weeks and they're going to get food from the National Guard. And it ain't going to be DoorDash. They're not getting Panera delivered to them. I hope they get something better than an MRE because I know that the average income in Westchester County is pretty high. They're probably not used to eating military rations with a chem heater. I'm frustrated, man. I am so darn frustrated that every single day I got to read the news and see what we're not doing. I'm a dummy. I'm a high school dropout. I am not formally educated. I went to college for a little bit. I spent time in the Coast Guard. I own a business. I'm not going to say I'm successful, but I feel like I've done the typical American life. I own my house. I have a nice family. I've been married to my wife for 15 years here in a couple weeks. I'm your neighbor. I am just a straight up normal dude who can use my eyeballs to look at my computer and see this is real. I've always been a prepper, but I've not been a fearmonger. And I feel it. I feel it in the pit of my stomach, or I feel a pit in my stomach. Like, man, there is something going on and it's bad. And I've said to people that know me, like, I feel like how mothers have this instinctual nesting mode. I feel like I'm in prep mode because something is going to happen. And I don't think I went down the rabbit hole too far. I think I'm just using my eyes and my God-given brain to see what the hell is going on out there. I'm frustrated. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you're taking appropriate care for your loved ones, for your pets, for your friends. Hope the word's spreading. Sorry for rambling. Join us in Discord. It's been, for me, a bit of a lifesaver to have like-minded folks that we can discuss and talk about things. But please don't wait too long. Spread this video. I don't care about the views for notoriety, anything but that. I'm a nothing. I just want people to somehow see just an average, normal dude using his brain to figure out what the government isn't telling us. You just need to look into it for a little bit. Spend a little bit of time. Give yourself an hour and a half. That's a ton of time, but it's just a little bit of time. Give yourself an hour and a half and do your own research. Don't believe me. Look it up. Don't look at the mainstream media. Go on Twitter and look up videos from people out of Hubei going back. Go look up what's happening in Italy. Research it. This is your life we're talking about. This isn't just some like little thing that's going to blow over. Okay, I'll shut up. Hope everybody's great. Link to our Discord in the description. Deuces. Hope everybody's good. Peace.